ladies and gentlemen. The first subject we're going to cover this year in chemistry is unit conversions. And I want to do this by a method called unit analysis. And if you understand this method, it will be helpful to you all throughout chemistry. So, let me start with an example using measurement from the English system, which all of you should be familiar with. There's a good reason that I choose an example, because when you use the English system, you cannot simply move the decimal. Some of you learn to do metric unit conversions by moving the decimal left or right, and that's a great way to do it, but it will not help you understand dimensional analysis or unit analysis. So let's look at an example from the English system. Let's say that we have a person's height. And let's say that he is exactly 6 feet tall. And I want to know how many inches that is. Well, in following the units, it's really easy to see. Now, I know this is an easy enough number. Some of you already know the answer without having to write anything down. But what I'm really focusing on here is the method. Okay? And the method that we're going to use is we multiply by what we call a conversion factor. Now, a conversion factor is something that's really always equal to 1. It's really equal to 1 because it's one thing divided by itself. But it won't look like 1 because the units are different. So in this case, I have feet, and I want to multiply by this factor to switch units. So the unit that I have is feet, and I want it to cancel. So to get rid of it, I put it on the bottom so the feet will divide away. And I'm trying to change this to inches, so I put inches on the top. Now, you all know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So if we're following the units, feet cancels and we're left with inches. Now remember, this is really 1 because 12 inches is the same thing as 1 foot. Okay? It doesn't look like 1 because we're changing from one unit to another. Long story short, to get the answer, we simply multiply 6 times 12 and we get 72 inches. Now, let's do the exact same problem in reverse. Let's say I told you to begin with that someone was 72 inches. And I wanted to know how tall that person was in feet. Well, we set it up exactly the same way. We're going to multiply by a conversion factor. We want to get rid of inches in this case. So to get inches to cancel, we put that on the bottom. Now we're trying to go to feet, so we put feet on the top. So notice, this is reversed from before. The reason it's reversed is because we're trying to make this unit cancel and get that unit. But we still know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. Now, up here it was set up so that both of the numbers that were not 1 were on the top. So you multiply 6 times 12. But here, this says 72 times 1/12. But an easier way to think of it is to just think 72 divided by 12. 72 divided by 12 is 6 feet.